The 914th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, DeGenerinos. Welcome to episode 914 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to one of our friends in the Discord, Herzog 2.0, who was asking, do we have Oktagon picks? Oh, we sure do. We have a whole podcast of Oktagon plays for you right here. This isn't just for Herzog. Everyone can listen and/or watch us. I am the host, Mr. Worldwide Jeff Fox. With me, of course, Daniel Gumby Vreeland, the man who I believe went 3-2 last night on Contender Series and hit at least one dog. I think it was a profitable night for you, was it not?
Two underdogs, including one at two plus 260. So yes, very profitable. We didn't get the love with Adam Livingston, who was maybe like my favorite underdog play on the card. But then Ivo Baranovsky at plus 260 got the 22nd knockout, which you always love to see, especially because not for anything, Muhammad Ali came out and his name is Muhammad Ali, which is great. It is. I thought they said Ali, but then the broadcast was very certain it was Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali came out and he was looking very fast, and it was just enough for me to be like, ooh, was that a bad decision?
Kicked his leg out. He immediately kicked his leg out and then got knocked out. So,
and even the little front kick he threw before that was kind of fast. And I was like, is he better than I think he is? And then he ate a right hand. So that was great. And then, in addition to Etcher Sosa cashing for us as an underdog in the main event, he also brought tearjerkers to it with his dad dying over the weekend. And, they really brought back the, I can't remember what we used to call it. We used to call it something about how the Dana White's Contender Series used to bring these sad stories just for us to get all sad about it right before we watched a fight. But he was amazing. So all in all, it was a pretty good night other than that super boring second fight. But we won on that one too.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
It was. Now the guy looked good. I was thinking whoever wins this fight, they're not getting a contract because you guys aren't ready for sure.
And I think I said it on the breakdown too. Huang is just a guy who chronically is just trying to draw out too many strikes from you. He just wants the counter, right? I said it in the breakdown. Yep. I know I said that he just wants the counter and doesn't want to do anything else, and that would cost him. I just thought McCrory would do more that put him on his heels, and instead he was just in a staring match and was here's a kick. And that was enough. And it was enough. He got both ends.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he got both ends of his paycheck, but those paychecks will come from Cage Warriors from now on.
Yeah, exactly. That is for sure. More Contender Series tomorrow. I know I promised you back-to-back Octagons, but change of plans. Next week has got too many events for us to cover. So we are borrowing an event from an episode from this week, and we're using it next week. So you're getting 2 episodes this week. You're getting Octagon today. You're getting Contender Series tomorrow, and the next week you're getting 6 episodes because next week is packed because apparently PFL is back, right? With multiple events, I think, too, right?
Yeah, we got a MENA, we got a PFL Europe, and then the following week we got a PFL proper. So we're getting 3 events in 2 weeks from them. And you guys are sickos. You tend to really like our PFL coverage. So we're going to make sure we get it to you.
You sickos. I saw our last Contender Series video did mucho views, so thank you everyone for...
Do you know what it was? I want to shout out the fine people of South Korea because we had a higher listenership of South Korea than we've had in a really long time, and it definitely swung the numbers to make it our second most watched YouTube video. Still chance that it might pass and be our most watched YouTube video, but it did have a lot of people who came just for the Inso Huang and then me to badmouth.
To yell at you.
So, yeah.
yell at you. Yeah, they told you he's so strong or something, they said. So, yeah. Yeah, he was something. He looked strong, but yeah. Whew. That fight was a stinker.
Yeah,
all right.
You're going to have to throw a few punches for that strong to matter.
It's great when both guys want to counter. It makes for a dynamite fight. All right, we should probably dive into Octagon because Octagon is back this weekend, one of our favorite promotions. We're going to tell you about Octagon 76 after I remind you, if you've not heard already, our app, we have an app, SGPN app, and it's in the App Store. It's allows you easy access to all their picks, props, articles. We're always doing giveaways, contests, all that fun stuff. So SGPN app, wherever you get your apps, that would be the app store, I guess. All right, Octagon 76. The Topology has a different main event than what Octagon. They changed the main event apparently, right? Because now it's Weichel.
They added a fight that they then turned into the main event. But yeah, Topology notoriously slow on Octagon. I don't know what it is. But yeah, the Vosgröne fight, which was rumored to be the main event for a second, is now the co-main event, and we're getting Daniel Weichel versus Tounkara in the main event.
Yeah, so it's Octagon 76. Weichel versus Tonatiuh is the proper name. It's going down in Frankfurt, Germany. So we got quite a few German fighters on here. Basically, that's their Octagon's second country, really, that they run in, other than their home country, which is Czech Republic. So they're just going down in Frankfurt, Germany, as I said, on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern start time. If you want to go to it, it's in the Fest Hall in Frankfurt, Germany, or you can watch it on Octagon through their very reasonably priced pay-per-views that they have here. So, like I said, noon on Saturday, 12 bouts. We're going to start off with a fight. So now Topology makes the episode very difficult because they have everything all jumbled up. But that's okay. It's Dalaslan versus it's a hard name versus. I'll do the full names. Alina Dalaslan. She's from Germany. Clara Ricignuolo.
Ricignuolo. Yeah.
She's from France. That's not really a French sounding name, but she's from France nonetheless. They're fighting, it says, at 132 pounds. We'll call it bantamweight, shall we? We do have odds. Have you seen that, Gumby?
I have, yep.
Okay.
May or may not have swayed a pick for me.
Oh, okay. We'll have to hear about that. We'll tell you about Ricci first. Ricignuolo. She's 3-3 with 3 knockouts. Triple threes. Never been finished herself. 2-1 in Octagon. 1-3 over her last 4. She did lose her last bout. That was back in January of 2022. She's not won since June 2019. Used to fight at 135. Basically, this fight is 135 technically. 132, I guess. Plus 750. Yikes. Dalaslan is 2-0 with 2 knockouts. Both those fights taking place in Octagon. She usually fights at this weight class as well, 135. 3 years younger than Ricci. We'll call her Ricci. Minus 1,200. What do you know about these ladies?
So this is the one that swayed me based on the odds.
Yeah.
Dalaslan is clearly the fighter that Octagon wants to build up, right? Like they got her from scratch, have her to 2-0, have sort of put her in really good fights. I just can't get around to her as a 1,200 favorite here. And it was bad enough that I'm like, let's play Ricignuolo. It's worth a sprinkle on Ricignuolo. And I know she hasn't fought in 3 years. And that is terrifying. But like, if you watch that fight 3 years ago, she fought Maria Dušik, who we've talked about tons of times on the show. Actually, she's been on my podcast. And it was like a fun back and forth fight. She was faster than Dušik on the feet. She ripped her legs a little bit. She got the boxing going when she didn't, she kind of got popped back in return, and she actually wrestled her way up. She actually had a takedown on Dušik, which is, really impressive there. And then, you watch Dalaslan's last fight in Octagon, and, she gets dropped once with her hands. She's supposed to be this like fun striker. She gets dropped once with her hands. I've seen her takedown defense. I don't believe it's like gotten to the level it needs to be at yet, which is why they're booking her here in a fight against somebody who's 3-3, right? But that 3-3, if she's anything like the last 2 fights I've seen in her, and I did go watch her fight from 2019 and the one from 2022, and like if she's anything like what I saw in those fights, I do think she's better than Dalaslan. And obviously, like we have to caveat that with being like, yeah, but she's been 3 years off. So under no circumstance am I like backing the Brinks truck up for this one. But I am saying that like if she has not completely regressed here, she will be in a competitive fight with Dalaslan, and you will be sitting on a 7.5 to 1 ticket. And for me, that's a no-brainer, right? Like if you think a fighter is at least better the last time they fought, you have no idea what's happened in the last 3 years. Is that not worth a 7.5 to 1 sprinkle? I think it's got to be. So I'm going to officially go with Clara Ricignuolo here over Dalaslan. I think that as long as the hand speed stays up, I think she's got a great chance. And then if the takedowns are there too, maybe even better. So give me, once again, Ricignuolo.
All right. What was the line? What was the line you were thinking?
You know,
was going to open up.
I had originally, so I did all of my handicapping, and I had originally written down like negative 350 for Dalaslan. And like, so that's like, you know, depending on the vig you're getting there, like plus 300 on Ricignuolo. And like, at that price, I probably wouldn't have encouraged people to go put a sprinkle on there or done so myself. But like, at over twice that, like, it's just it's too tempting.
Yep. All right. We'll see if it hits. We're going to a men's fight next. Denis Frimpong. He is from Ghana. Peter Gabal. He is from the Czech Republic, I believe. Correct. They're fighting at 155 pounds. We'll tell you about Gabal first. His nickname is Pimp, all capitalized. P-I-M-P.
Do you think it's from the song P-I-M-P?
Could be. It could be. Well, have him on your show. We'll find out. He's 7-3. This Mr. Pimp. 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. 3-3 in Oktagon. He's won 3 straight though, and 5 of 6. TKO win in his last bout. He's not lost since April 2023. He's fight at 145 and 170. He's 1-0 as pro boxer, 5 years younger than Frimpong, plus 190. There we go. Closer odds here. Denis the Menace is 6-2 with 2 knockouts. He's been submitted once, 6-1 in Octagon. He has won 4 straight, including his last fight via TKO. He's fight at 170, 0-1 as a pro grappler, 3 inches taller than Gabal, minus 230.
Yeah, and this is right around where I thought this fight was going to be, and I'm actually going to go dog out the gate again. I'm going to take Peter Gabal. The big reason here is just like how light he is on his feet. And he's pretty damn durable too. You know, the only time I've ever seen him stunned in all the fights I've watched from him, he had an axe kick directly to the eye socket. It was one of the craziest strikes, and he goes down and he gets right back up like a maniac. So like, you know, I really like the durability of Gabal. And then on top of that, he's like very light on his feet. He bounces in and out really well. He's really good at pressuring. His hands are quick. And I've seen, and this is probably the biggest piece of why I like him against Frimpong, I've seen his cardio hold up, because if you watch Frimpong, first of all, he does not do well with people who pressure him and people who move him backwards. He's a long guy, but when you put his back against the cage and make him box from there, not particularly great. You know, he'd much rather be doing jiu-jitsu. Now, the problem with doing that repeatedly is a lot of guys have gotten tired doing it. You know, if you watch, what was it? Topali had fought him, and just like by the end of the fight, was cooked energy-wise. Same thing with Robin Frank. Robin Frank pressured him early, maybe even got close to taking him down. I think he got he caught a kick and ran him down on that one too. But same thing, like he was tired late in the fight. So like Frimpong is there to beat you in the third round, and to like make you work in the early parts of the round. But if you're not ready to work and put in, 15 hard minutes, he has the ability to sort of wear on you and to sort of make you tired late and then to take advantage of it. And I just think Gabal has the cardio to continue to be light on his feet and pressure for 15 full minutes. I also think he's strong enough to keep himself out of, bad clinch situations or like bad takedown situations that you might see from Frimpong. So I like Peter Gabal here as a slight underdog.
All right. Mr. Pimp is the play. Back-to-back dogs. Perfect. All right, we're going to MyBookie now. We are brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out the Oktagon lines, and basically every regional event we cover will be on Oktagon, on MyBookie. And when you do head to MyBookie.ag, use our promo code MMA SGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So it's mybookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig. It's Novig, all one word. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Okay, we're going back to Germany to another men's fight. I think there's only one female fight in the card, and we have covered it already. This one is, where is it? Here it is.
Lightweight.
Attila Korkmaz. He is from Germany. David Tonatiuh Crol. He is from France. 3 5-minute rounds, 155. Crol. You can call him Tona, Tona. He's 11-10. Yikes. 2 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. At least he's durable. Short notice debut in Oktagon here. He's lost 2 straight and only won 3 of his last 8. He's not fought since May 2024. He's not won since 2023. 0-1 in PFL. Used to fight at 135 and 145. 2015 pro MMA debut. 6 years younger than Korkmaz, plus 240. The fearless Korkmaz is 15-10. Another yikes record. 3 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. Another durable guy as well. 1-3 in Octagon. He has lost 2 straight. He's won 1 of 4 and 3 of 6. He went 1-1 in Bellator, RIP, but he has multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirt, get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Try football at checkout. It may get you 25% off, assuming that the bosses still have that bonus going. I think they do, the discount. All right. We're talking about Korkmaz. He used to fight at 145, 2010 pro MMA debut. He's an inch taller than Crol, minus 350.
Well, we're finally going to get going with a favorite here. I'm going to take Attila Korkmaz. And the big reason why is like, first of all, some of the issues Korkmaz has had in his past fights has been that, you know, he's this like stocky, bulky, strong ass dude. And he tends to run into, or at least has in the past run into some dudes who are lanky and could kind of pick him apart from range and, you know, make him work too much. And, you know what Joe Rogan says about muscles. They tire people out. But luckily in this fight, he's getting a guy who's very similar to him and Crol, who's like also a stocky, muscle-bound guy who prefers to shoot a bunch of takedowns. You know, and Crol, to his credit, I would say his offensive wrestling, pretty damn good. I watched this fight. He fought Brett Johns. I don't know if you remember him fighting Brett Johns. Of
course.
I do not remember that.
No, I don't remember him fighting him. No, I remember Brett Johns.
I remember Brett Johns. Yeah. We remember Brett Johns, but like, I don't remember him fighting a guy named David Crol. But I watched that fight and like Crol hit a double leg early and I was like, damn, he's taking down Brett Johns. And I was like, the offensive double leg is really, really impressive. Now, Johns eventually got back to his feet pretty darn quick in that fight. And then the big problem was the takedown defense for Crol. Like he clearly had some offense and some good ideas and some ways to duck under. But when somebody did the same back to him, he seemed kind of without an idea. And he wound up in the bottom a lot in that fight. And then I went back and watched some other fights and it actually seems to be a pattern that he's got like really good offensive wrestling, but also like his biggest issue is his defensive wrestling. So like, you know, you don't necessarily know what to make of that, but you do know what to make of it when you're fighting Korkmaz, who, like I said, he's a very similar guy. He does have good offensive wrestling. He himself can get you into a clinch and he'll probably defend a takedown just well. And then on top of that, the thing I really like about Korkmaz in this fight is that like, even if this stalls out in the clinch, you know, Crol goes for a takedown and doesn't get it. Korkmaz goes for a takedown and doesn't get it. Korkmaz is much better in the clinch when it comes to doing damage. He's a guy who drops elbows. He works the body. You know, he works good separations and then hits you on the way out. Like Attila Korkmaz just does the right things in those situations. And I just haven't seen that to be true of David Crol. So I'm going to go with Korkmaz here. I think the offensive wrestling of Korkmaz, the defensive wrestling of Crol, and then obviously, like I just said, the clinch work is going to be the deciding factors here.
All right. Mark it down. Another winner for you. Even if it's a favorite, we'll take it. All right. The former main event, now the co-main event, is Frederic Vosgröne. He is from Germany. He looks like a demented Brock Lesnar, right?
He looks like his nickname, which is Neanderthal.
Yes, exactly. Looks like Brock Lesnar's evil twin that they locked in the attic. Fabio Moraes is who he's fighting, from Brazil. 3 5-minute rounds, 205. Moraes, we'll tell you about first. He's 7-1 with 6 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, so he owes us some rounds. This is his debut in Octagon. He's won 3 straight, all via TKO. However, he's not fought since August 2022. Another person with a long layoff.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's not last lost a fight February 2022. That sounds better if you don't know that he's been sitting out since August of 2022. Anyhow, he's fought 170 and 185 plus 750. Vosgröne, 4-0 with 4 submissions. He's 1-0 in Octagon. He's fought 185 and heavyweight. 8-4 as a pro grappler. 3 inches taller than Moraes. Minus 1,200. So our second minus 1,200 number on the board.
Yeah, this one I don't mind picking. Look, first of all, I want to say, I know everybody was all excited to see Vosgröne fight Will Fleury. You know, like that was some of the rumors. It was all over social media. This dude's not ready to fight Will Fleury, man. I mean, like, he's got sick jiu-jitsu. Don't get me wrong.
His takedown game is kind of questionable. I still haven't really figured out if he's good at that. Like in his last fight, he just grabbed onto that guy's foot and the guy dragged him across the cage and he just didn't let go of the foot. And eventually he got something resembling a takedown. And, as soon as he was on the ground, his jiu-jitsu is so good, he won pretty damn easily. But like, is that a sustainable fight style against people who are good at fighting?
Yeah.
I don't really think so. Like, I don't think you can just hold on to somebody's leg and not get like whaled in the head or like.
What if you're a Neanderthal? What if you're a Neanderthal BJJ?
I mean, that is the other thing though, is that like his strength is just like, it's an equalizer. Like the dude is freaky strong, like real freaky strong. But like, I think his striking has got miles to go. He really doesn't look like he's ready for that side of the game and stuff like that. But with all that being said, I found some film on Fabio Moraes. It's not good. I watched his fight in one of his fights from Jungle Fight, which was like one of the only promotions he fought for that had like easy to find footage. And in that fight, like he got taken down so easily, like so easily against kind of a low level of opponent. He does pop back up, but like I also think he pops back up again because it's a low level of opponent. I don't really think anybody's popping right back up when Vosgröne gets on top of you. And so like his only hope to win this fight is to stuff takedowns. And like so far it is sort of proven that that's like not his forte. So I mean, I'm not pumped ever about taking a negative 1200, but like there is nothing that tempts me here about Fabio Moraes. So I'm going to be Frederic Vosgröne.
All right, Vosgröne is the pick. Make the hometown crowd happy. All right, before we get into the main event and lightning round, tell you about Underdog, a fantasy underdog. It's also a great place to play fantasy at Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available for a ton of sports. Gummy may have a play for you right now. I just have a sneaking suspicion he may.
Sure. Let's go MLB on Thursday. We got the Yankees visiting Baltimore. Obviously, Baltimore doesn't have anything to play for, but that doesn't mean Cade Povich isn't going to strike out a boatload of Yankees. Because let me tell you something. Do the Yankees love to strike out? They sure do. And Cade Povich has kind of got some sneaky strikeout stuff. So give me the higher than on Cade Povich's strikeouts.
All right, it's a player I've heard of. He's not making names up anymore. Listen to this. I'm not making this part up either. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMA SGPN. So remember, MMA SGPN at underdogfantasy.com. And Rhythm, that's RITHMM. Rhythm is off to a great start in college football and the NFL. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gubby, do you have a prediction? NFL week 2. No, I don't care. Any sport you want.
Well, week 2 is already over, so it'd be easy to predict.
Oh, week 3.
I'll take NFL week 3. Let's take the Colts, given the points over the Titans. They've currently got it lined at 4.5. I don't think that's high enough. The Colts offense can be pretty potent, as we saw against the Dolphins. And I don't really think the Titans are there yet. So give me the Colts minus 4.5 over the Titans.
All right. Use our promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app, and you get 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25 and see if they agree with Gumby's take on that game. All right. Our new main event fight was just added. Daniel Weichel. He is from Germany. Abou Tonakara. He is from, I want to say Cameroon. No, Mali. 3 5-minute rounds. They are fighting at 155. Tell you about Tounkara first. Yondame, it's the nickname. I think that's some anime thing again, Gumby. Anyhow.
Yeah, go ahead.
I looked it up.
A huge fan base.
Exactly. Our Venn diagram with the MMA Gambling Podcast and anime is pretty overlapping. Yeah. All right. Tounkara is 12-6, 8 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out 5 times, submitted once. He's 0-1 in Oktagon, 3-1 over his last 4, 5-2 over his last 7. He got submitted in his last bout. He went 0-1 in Bellator, rip to Bellator. He's fought at 145 and 165. He's 5 years younger than Weichel, an inch taller, plus 200. Drake is Weichel's nickname. I know who Drake is. He's that Canadian rapper guy, right? Is that why his nickname's Drake?
I thought it was after Seinfeld. Is it not?
Oh, the Drake, yes.
Don't we love
Everyone
the Drake?
loves the Drake. Everybody loves the Drake. Even Mr. Pimp loves the Drake, I bet. All right, Weichel is 42.
Mr. Pimp loves the Drake is definitely the name of this episode.
It was just going to be Mr. Pimp, but yeah, maybe I will have to extend it. Oh, new nickname maybe. Anyhow,
Mr. Pimp or the Drake?
may either of them work actually. I gotta start saving these. I gotta make a file. All right, we'll tell you about Weichel. He's got a long resume, so it's gonna take me a bit. 42-15. He's been around 6 knockouts, 22 submissions. He's been knocked out 5 times, submitted 3 times. So when you fight 57 times, that's durable. This is his debut in Oktagon. There's one place he hasn't fought yet. Oktagon. 0-2 over his last 2, 1-3 over his last 4, 3-6 over his last 9. He's not fought since September 2023. He last won a fight in May 2022. He went 11-7 at Bellator, RIP. He won one of their tournaments back when they were the tournament promotion. Regional champ as well. He's fought at 145, 170, 185. 2002 pro MMA debut, -275.
He won one of their tournaments. Isn't that wild? Yeah. I was at the quarterfinals to that season too. It was in the quarterfinals was in Connecticut that year. Because I remember that one. I'm going Daniel Weichel.
Who did he beat? Come on, you got to tell me who he beat.
I can't remember who he beat in the quarters, but I do remember that he took out Matt Bessette in the semifinals after Matt Bessette beat Diego Nunes in the quarters. Because I was in a grappling tournament with Matt Bessette like 6 months earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He beat Scott Cleave.
Oh, yeah.
And then he beat Matt Bessette, and then he beat Des Green.
Yep.
And then he beat Pat Curran, and then he lost to Pitbull. There you go.
That's a pretty damn good tournament right there.
It is.
Yeah, Matt Bessette, who fought in the UFC, Des Green, who fought in the UFC, Matt Bessette beat Diego Nunes, who fought in the UFC. Like that's a pretty good tournament. Anyway, I'm thinking.
Problem is, it was 11 years ago. That was a problem. But anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm thinking Daniel Weichel. I at first was like, man, what is this old man doing fighting? One of these young bucks. And then I looked at the odds. I was like, he's a favorite. And then I watched the film and I think he still got it. I was like, his recent resume, obviously there are lots of losses on it, but he's fighting exceptionally high level of opponents still at his age. I went back and I watched the Timur Khizriev fight. Timur Khizriev, 19-0, just won a season of PFL, right, for $500,000. Or was he a $500,000 guy, or was he the last mil guy? I can't remember. But Khizriev, as part of that, won a tournament for PFL. And he looks pretty damn good early in that fight with Khizriev, including, Khizriev goes to take him down at one point in time and he steps over Khizriev and winds up in the advantageous position. He even takes Khizriev's back for a little bit. And 19-0 Khizriev has not looked bad in pretty much any of his fights. And then here I am looking at this moment where Weichel looks like he's got him, and that to me shows yes, maybe he's not got the same, he's not the same guy who took out, Pat Curran. He's not the same guy who took out Des Green. He's not the same guy who took out Matt Bessette, but he is a guy who is still game as hell. And it's always been that scramble wrestling, right? That's been the most deadly part of his game, even all the way back in those tournament days. His ability to make Des Green work in a grappling match was exceptional. And now you get Tounkara, a guy who has sort of tried his own wrestling at times, but then has been exceptionally easy to counter. Winds up in really bad positions from that. Probably should box more than he does. He's got really nice low kicks. And his hands are pretty fast. But I just see there is a path to Weichel just taking him down repeatedly, especially being that this is a 3-round fight. If this was for some reason a 5-round fight, I might worry a little bit about the age and the mileage of Weichel. But 3-round fight really doesn't worry me. So I'm going to take Weichel. That number is kind of on the higher side, but I think maybe just roll it into a parlay and then you'll feel better about it.
Roll it into a parlay. All right, recap, and then we'll get you some more plays because that's not enough. You got Weichel, he's got a Vosgröne, he's got Korkmaz, and then he's got some dogs for you. Gabal and Ricignuolo is his big swing this week, plus 750. Unless maybe you have a bigger swing in the lightning rounds, that bam boom pow.
No, I just got parlay pieces in the lightning round. I really did try to dig for something of value here, but it's mostly just guys who you should definitely roll into the parlay. The first one I'm going to take Tamerlan Dulatov. His brother Islam Dulatov, who's now in the UFC. These two are so fun to watch. They're weird and lanky. They've got kind of sneaky good wrestling and submissions, but also are real deadly on the feet. It's only his 3rd fight, but they're giving him somebody he can beat up. So, I'm going to go Dulatov. And the other one I'm going to take is HOPENY Nafuka. HOPENY Nafuka, a guy we've talked about dozens of times on this show. And look, he's tough every single time he fights. He's super strong, super explosive. when he's taken steps up, he's kind of stumbled. Like I think he lost a bookie before, but back on the prelims, fighting prelim level guys, he should run right through them. So once again, that's HOPENY Nafuka and Tamerlan Dulatov.
All right, you are all set now for Oktagon. You can hit us up in our Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. You can hit us up in the comments on YouTube, MMA Gambling Podcast. On the old Twitter, SGPN MMA, he's at Gummy Real, and I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. You can check out my Substack at moneymma.substack.com. You can check out Gummy's other podcast called Top Total MMA Podcast. And who is on it this week?
So we got Adam Livingston, who just lost last night. So that interview is a touch less exciting. But then we also have the aforementioned Tamerlan Dulatov.
There you go. So check it out. And of course, I've already checked it out. Good episode. Livingston was very confident heading into that fight. Anyhow, maybe he'll get noticed. He's a young guy. There's still hope for him. You can check us all out at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Remember, try football at checkout. You can get 25% off. And sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Contender Series Week 7. Till then, Mr. Pimp, Jeff Fox says adios. Gumby the Menace says goodbye as well. Bye.